saw a couple other ASMR creators doing this, so full transparency, I'm totally ripping off their idea here. But I did not watch their videos because I did not want to know what I was getting myself in for. So, here's the website. It says, "Welcome to the blind ranking game. Choose your category and rank the current item without knowing what the next one is." So I'm assuming like rank it, like how I rank it. I don't know, I've seen some like TikTok things like this. I'm assuming this is similar. We'll just do a couple categories starting with video games, why not? Okay, so we have 5. Fortnite. You know, I quite enjoy Fortnite, but I'm gonna put it at 3. PUBG. I've never liked PUBG. I played a little bit. Never been a big fan of it. I would definitely put it below Fortnite, but if there could be a really bad game on here, so I'm gonna put it at 4. WWE 2K. You know, I've actually been playing a decent amount of WWE 2K recently because I've been getting into watching WWE. So I'm actually gonna put that at 2. Minecraft. Minecraft is an easy 1 here. And Tetris at 5. You know, this, I'd probably put Tetris a little bit higher, to be honest. I'm not mad about this ranking at all. On only popular choices are shown. Off all choices. Now let's do all choices. And let's refresh. Red Dead Redemption, the first one. That's an amazing game. But I'm gonna put it at 2 because there could be something better. Yeah. Legend of Zelda. Now it's not saying which. This might be kind of a hot take. I love Zelda, Ocarina of Time, Majora's Mask, Wind Waker especially. But I think Red Dead Redemption, if we're counting this as a franchise, including 1, 2, I'm gonna put Red Dead ahead of Zelda. Cyberpunk, I put it at 4, I'm comfortable with that. Roblox at 5. And Valorant at 1. Me personally, I wouldn't put Valorant there at 1. We'll do one more, Super Mario. Is this everything? This is Bros. Cart, everything, party, I have to go 1. The Witcher, I put The Witcher at 3. Rocket League, I'll go 5. Football Manager, I'll go 4. And then Cyberpunk at 2. I'm actually, that's probably accurate for me, if I'm being honest. That's about where I'd put them. That was pretty interesting, okay. Sports. Football teams, current NBA players. Oh, we're gonna get a lot here. Let's go current NBA players. Paul George. PG is really good. And like, if this is... No, we're getting off popular choices. Giannis Antetokounmpo. I don't think there's very many players in the league right now better than Giannis. The only guys right now in the NBA take over Giannis. Joel Embiid. Well, no, not even because of his injury. Jokic, I'd take. Luka, I'd take. I don't even know if I'd take LeBron over Giannis at this point. You know, 2-3 years ago, yes. I'm gonna put Giannis at 2, but that could be a mistake. Paul George, PG. If we had the whole league in here, I could put PG at 3 and be okay. He's having a great season. Jamal Murray, let me put him at 4. Derek White there, and that leaves us with Tyler Hero at 1. That's not what you want. Let's do that again. Jeremy Grant. I love Jeremy Grant. He's, you know, as a Blazers fan, but I'm going to be honest. I'm going to put him at 4. Norm Powell. I'll put Norm Powell at 5. This already feels, yeah, we have Christian Wood right to put him at 3. Dame at 2 and CJ at 1. That was a bad one. Let's do one more here. Alper and Shangoon. Now Shangoon is very good. He's young, but I'll put him at 3. Tyler Hero. Let's go with the 5 spot. DeMar DeRozan, I'll put him at the 4. KD, I'll put him at the 2. And Capella at the 1. That's brutal. Sports. Okay, let's do NBA teams. And I'll go. Okay, the Dallas Mavericks. Dallas Mavericks are my second favorite team to watch right now. Obviously I'm a Blazers fan, so that's my number 1. But unless I get the Blazers here, I can't think in the East. There's no teams I like better than watching. I'm gonna put the Mavericks at 1. And just hope I don't get the Blazers, the Cavaliers. I neither like nor dislike the Cavaliers, but I don't really watch the Eastern Conference that much. There's a couple Western teams, a couple Eastern teams I get to see going 2 and 3. I don't hate them though, I'll put them at 4. Toronto. I feel the same way about Toronto. I don't really have a strong opinion on Toronto one way or the other. I'll put them at 3. I do prefer them to the Cavs. Pacers, I'll go Pacers at 5, and then that Washington at 2 is brutal. Boston right in the middle of the pack. It's an easy pick. We'll go Pacers at 5 again. The Magic, I'm actually going to put the Magic at 2 because they're a young, exciting, fun team to watch on the upswing. I'll put them there. Toronto at 4. I do prefer the Celtics to Toronto. The Cavs end up in the 1 spot this time. Okay, let's go. NBA players 2000s UFC fights. Let's go sports. We're gonna unclick. Okay, American football. I would say American football is probably my 3rd or 4th favorite sport, depending on the mood I'm in. 1 and 2 for me are hockey and basketball, and those kind of go back and forth between being number 1, number 2. They fluctuate a bit. And like I said, depending on my mood, American football is either 3 or 4, and then the other one would be soccer. So I'm going to put American football here at 3. Golf, bottom, I'll put golf at 5. See, now we have football as in soccer. We only get 3 sports left. So I think the odds are unlikely that the next 2 to come out are going to be basketball and hockey. Because there's so many sports in the world, and we have to put a 4 spot here, so I'm going to put this at 2. And we get tennis at 4, it works. And baseball at 1, I'd probably put baseball at 3, football at 1, American football at 2 in this instance. That was pretty good though. We'll run this again. Cycling. I can honestly say I've never watched a cycling event in my life. I can't think of many things that I would less like to watch. I can't imagine I'd ever really enjoy a cycling event. It's just not for me. If that's your thing, no offense intent. I'm gonna put cycling at 5. Skiing. I've only really watched skiing during the Olympics. But honestly, it kinda does go hard sometimes, especially when they get, super fast going downhill. But I'll put it at 4. Surfing, I'd put surfing definitely at 4 here. Skiing at 3, but I'll put surfing at 3. MMA at 2, that's okay. And then cricket at 1. Actually, this swap surfing and skiing, but I'd say this is actually probably pretty accurate. We'll do one more because I like this one. Alright, football, we'll put that back at 2 because we're getting it early. Cricket, now I've only just recently started getting into cricket, but we've seen some of these other choices we've got here. 4 seems like a really safe spot for cricket. Sailing. I guess sailing at 5. Golf. Oh, golf has to go 3 there, and skiing 1. This one absolutely just destroyed me. What other sports do we have? Football teams, NFL teams. Let's go football teams is going to be. Okay, so we get Chelsea right off the bat. The thing is, I don't really have rooting interests in the Premier League, as I've said, but Chelsea and Bayern do have a little bit of a rivalry because of some Champions League matches between the two, notably a final. So, 4 seems appropriate because if another Bundesliga team like a Leverkusen, a Dortmund comes up putting them at 5, like I dislike Chelsea a bit, but I don't hate Chelsea. Manchester City. See, I don't really have strong opinions one way or the other on Man City. I dislike City Group as a whole. But just Manchester City itself as a club, I think 3 feels appropriate to me. And there you go, Bayer Leverkusen. For me, that's an easy 5, especially this season. Milan at 2 is okay, and Aston Villa. This is actually a perfect list for me. Like I said, I don't really have a favorite Premier League team, but I like Aston Villa. I like Brighton. And, yeah, I'd say this is probably extremely accurate. Let's turn off popular choices and go again, Inter. I'm fine with 3 there. Yeah, 3. Barcelona. Honestly, probably 5. Again, kind of, there's some Champions League matchups over the years. I don't really hate Barcelona that much. Some of the fan base online can be a little bit whatever, but those are mostly like Americans who are into the team. They're like kind of making up for not being local to the club, so I'll put them at 4. Fiorentina. I don't really have strong positive or negative feelings about this club, but they have an amazing badge. They've had some really good kids over the years. I'll put them at 2. Napoli, I guess at 1, and at 5 we have Sevilla. I mean, I don't hate Sevilla. I probably would I'd probably swap them in Barcelona, but I'm alright with this one, being honest. Let's do one more. West Ham. I neither like nor dislike West Ham. I actually think 3 is a perfect spot for them. They're okay. Roma. I really like Jose Mourinho. His time at Roma I thought was really exciting. They have an interesting badge, a decent history, but for me, bring them at 4 seems appropriate. Barcelona. Let's go 5. Rangers. Rangers are probably my favorite Scottish club. I think they're top of the table right now, actually. I've been watching a little bit of them this season. Yeah, I think actually Rangers at 1 feels appropriate here. If we get Bayern, no, we get Everton. This is okay. I'd probably swap West Ham and Everton, but beyond that, I actually would say this is fairly accurate about how I feel about these clubs. Rangers are definitely my favorite of this list of 5 here. NFL teams. Carolina Panthers. Is it possible to hate the Carolina Panthers? If anything, I just kind of feel bad for them. I can't dislike them. I don't really like them, but putting them at 2 feels like a safe option. is, yeah, it feels like a safe option. Now with the Los Angeles Chargers. Now if we get the Seahawks here, I'm screwed, but I'm a big Justin Herbert fan. Because I'm a fan of the Oregon Ducks, so, you know, him being the QB there, actually, I could put the Chargers here at 1. The New York Giants at 3 is very appropriate for me. Saints at 4 works, and this actually worked in my favor, I'd say. I'd say if you handed to me these 5 teams and told me to arrange them, this is, yeah, probably the exact order that I would give you. Let's turn off popular choices. Carolina Panthers. Let's refresh. Tampa Bay Buccaneers. This is a team for me, middle of the road. I do not have any strong opinions about the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. The Steelers. I don't hate the Steelers. I don't, you know, they have a great fan base, great history, good colors, all that. Some of their fans annoy me because they'll come and take over your stadium. Now, that's obviously a great indicator for their fan base, but if you're the home fan, you have all these away fans showing up, it can be annoying sometimes. Some people take it a little bit too far in that fan base. I'll go 4. Falcons at 5 again. We have this, the Saints, that's a wrinkle there. I can put them at 2. So I'd probably swap the Buccaneers and the Saints. But beyond that, I'd actually say this is accurate. The Titans are probably my favorite team of these 5. Let's run this one more time. The Eagles. You know, a lot of people have beef with the Eagles fans. They get a lot of trash talked against them. Now, the only people I really have issues with in the Eagles fan base are people that are kind of like delusional about the team, but I have a problem with people like that in any fan base. Just that some of the ones in the Eagles fan base are, you know, more vocal than other fan bases. But I've honestly never had issues with Eagles fans, you know, online or in person. I don't know, maybe it's just because we're not really rivals. I think Seattle actually has kind of a decent record against the Eagles in recent years. Yeah, for me, I'd bet the Eagles at 3. Cardinals, that's a division rival. So I dislike the Cardinals. But there's a couple teams I hate more than them because, you know, unfortunately for Cardinals fans, they haven't really been that important in the NFC West. They haven't really accomplished much. So even though they are a divisional rival, they haven't really, you know, caused too much damage. I can put them at 4. Panthers are going back to 2. The Dolphins. Now the Dolphins are my second favorite team in the NFL. I'm a Seahawks fan primarily. But my second favorite team is the Dolphins because Dan Marino is my favorite player, my favorite NFL player of all time. So I'll put the Dolphins at 1. We get the Titans at 5. I'd probably put the Titans at 3 or 4, but actually, I'm pretty happy with this ranking as well. I'll call that a day. We never did get the Seattle Seahawks in any of those. Let's see, WWE Superstars. Let's try this. You know, I'm just dipping my toe into WWE. I'm definitely, as I get more familiar with it, I will be making more videos on it in the future. But let's see if we can rank some WWE Superstars here. I don't know if I'm even gonna know all these people. Just fair warning. Batista. Oh, but Batista at 3. Randy Savage, the Macho Man. I've seen some of his promos. I will put him at 2. The cream rises to the top. Jimmy Uso. I'll put him at 4. Ric Flair, the Nature Boy. I can put him at 1, and then... Yeah, actually, I'd say this is probably about where I'd go here. I don't know. I know the Hardy Boys are like fan favorites. I don't know really anything about that. I'm aware of Batista, Randy, and Rick just because they're so popular. They kind of transcended WWE. right? So I've seen things about them, like in memes and just popular culture. So, but let's do another one. Dean Ambrose. Let's go 4. I don't really know him. Jimmy Uso at 5 again. Sorry, bro. Sheamus at 3. Kane at 2. And The Undertaker at that. I'm not mad about that, actually. The Undertaker is probably one of my favorites. Let's keep going till I get my actual favorite. Finn Balor. I can put him at 4. Randy Orton can go 2. I really like him. Seth Rollins at 3 is fine. Rikishi at 5. Well, I don't think I'd put Roman Reigns there. I'd probably put Roman at 4. But okay, let me get, this could be my last time if we don't get my favorite wrestler, Big Show at 3. Bray Wyatt, I'll put him at 4. I know he recently passed away. I just didn't really see any of his stuff. AJ Styles at 5 is fine. I don't know him too. Okay, well, Triple H is my favorite and he didn't show up, but I'm okay with this. Boom, 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 boom. Let's go boxers. Evander Holyfield. I don't mind Evander. He's not one of my favorites. Let's put him at 3. Big George. I'll put Big George at 4. Canelo. I'll put him at 5. I'm not a big Canelo fan. Roy at 2 actually works for me. Hey, you know what? This is actually probably how I would do this. Maybe I'd swap George and Evander in hindsight. But this is probably how I would do this. Tank Davis, I'm not a big Tank fan, just being honest. I put him at 4. Muhammad Ali, I have to put him at 1. Triple G, I put Triple G at 3. Big George at 2, and Roy Jones. Not perfect, but let's drop popular choices. Jermell Charlo. Wow, okay, I'll go Charlo at 3. Usyk, I'm not a big Usyk fan, I'll put him at 4. Ali at 1. Tio. I'd probably put Tio at 4 instead of Usyk if I'm being honest, but I'm going to put him at 5. Bro, we got KSI at 2. That's crazy. I mean, what's this? Twitch and YouTube, TV and cinema, TV shows. This could be interesting. What do we have? Friends. I'm gonna be real honest with you guys. I'm not a big Friends fan, but I feel like there's gonna be some shows on here I really dislike, so I'm fine putting it in the middle. The Last Kingdom, I put it at 4. I haven't seen it. Chernobyl, I can go 2 on Chernobyl's good. I'm gonna be honest, I never watched Prison Break. I'm gonna put it at 5. And The Boys at 1. I'm fine with this list. I'm fine with this list. Let's roll it one more time. This is a complicated one because the first 4 or 5 seasons of Game of Thrones are like perfection. I love A Song of Ice and Fire. I'm gonna do a video on like my favorite houses from A Song of Ice and Fire at some point. I'm gonna put it to Black Mirror. This is my hot take. Black Mirror is overrated. The first few seasons are really, really good, but like the recent seasons, the last 2 or 3 have kind of just like turned into like technology spooky, and I don't like it as much. I'm gonna put it at 3. I've seen this a little bit. I wasn't a big fan. I can put it at 4. Stranger Things. I do not like Stranger Things. I think it's way overhyped. Hannibal. I've never seen Hannibal actually, but this is okay. Let's go movies. this is one of my favorite Tarantino movies, probably number 3 or 4. Reservoir Dogs. Pulp Fiction, that's 1 and 2. Does he have anything that I think is better than Inglourious Basterds? No, I can put this at 2, I think. A Toy Story, wow. I have a Toy Story at 4. Inception at 5. Titanic at 3. This is perfect. This is exactly how I'd order. You give me these 5 movies like at the beginning. I think this is exactly the order I'd put them in. We go again. Joker. It was okay. I think this movie, like, it's a good movie. It's a decent movie, but I think some people overhyped it beyond what it deserved, if that makes sense. Like, it's kind of just like a Taxi Driver, but slightly worse. I can go 3. The Usual Suspects. It's better than Joker, but if I put it at 2, I'm really cutting it close here, but I have to put it at 2. Okay, and that's the original Old Boy. I would put that at 1 here, but then I just have to hope these next 2 movies are bad. Oh, okay, 4. And then, wow. You know what? I would probably go. Wow, this is actually really hard. How would I rank these movies? I think, number 1, I would go Old Boy. Number 2, I'd go Dark Knight. Number 3, The Usual Suspects. Number 4, Saving Private Ryan. And number 5, Joker. Do one more, Memento. It's alright, I can go 3 there. Castaway. I can go 2 there. Harry Potter. I love Harry Potter. I watched all the movies in theater with my dad. I've read all the books multiple times, seen all the movies multiple times. If you take Harry Potter just as the movies, they're not that great. I can go 4. The Pianist. I've never seen it. I'm gonna go 5, and then Fight Club at 1. I'm okay with this. I'm okay with this ranking. I'd say this is probably the order I'd put them in if you gave me these movies. Okay. Let's see. Superheroes, villains, TV characters, actors. Actors. I'm gonna do 1 each of these. Al Pacino. Wow. We're gonna go 3 on Al. Adrian Brody. I'll go 4. Dwayne The Rock Johnson. Not that he's bad, but 5. Okay, Clooney at 2, but so far this is how I'd put them, but this one spot is make or break. Oh. I'd probably go Clooney, Pacino, Brody, Neeson, Johnson. We'll do 1 more. I know I'm a very big Ryan Gosling fan. There are very few actors I like better than Ryan Gosling. Christian Bale, Jake Gyllenhaal off the top of my head, Samuel L. Jackson, Denzel. Oh, these guys could come up. I'm gonna put Ryan at 2. And there's one of the guys I'd put ahead of him, Tom Cruise at 1, but now, okay. As an actor, though, I love Adam Sandler, but as an actor, 4. Clooney at 3. Okay, this 5 spot is so important. Actually, you know what? I'm not the biggest Ryan Reynolds fan. I think that, I know, hot take, I think Ryan Reynolds is way, way overrated. I think he seems like a really nice guy, but I think his comedy can be a little bit too much sometimes. I don't know, but this is actually, I'd say this is a good list for me. That was actors. Let's go villains. Joffrey Baratheon was a fantastic villain. You absolutely hated that guy. You wanted to see him die from the minute he came on the screen. But there's some iconic movie villains here, so I have to put him in 3. Gus Fring. I can go 4 there. John Doe. From 7. At 5, that seems okay. Voldemort at 2. Chucky, and then probably I could have done better on this one. Let's give it another go. Out Joe Goldberg. Oh, from you. I'm gonna go 4. I don't know. John Doe. I'll go 3 now. Thanos. Let's go 2. Dexter at 5. So that's pretty good. That's actually pretty good. Rappers, recent music artists, rappers. Wiz Khalifa. I had a Wiz Khalifa stage in high school. I had a Taylor Gang hoodie. I would go around smoking weed, listening to nothing but Wiz Khalifa. I'm not ashamed to admit it, but I think 4 is appropriate. Nicki. Listen, you could take just her verse on Monster, and I can put her above Wiz. Dre. I'm gonna go 2. Juice WRLD. I'd probably put him at 4, Wiz at 5, but I'd put Juice at 5, and then Travis Scott. It's okay, it's not the worst list. Can I do better? Eminem. Eminem's a tricky one, man. There's so many people who are like Eminem's the best ever, and then because that, so many people think Eminem's trash. He's alright. I put him at I guess 2 on this list. Travis Scott, I can go 3. Tupac at 1. Oh, okay. Oh, bro, this is brutal. Okay, how would I actually do this list? I'd probably go Pac. I'd probably go Tupac, Jay-Z, Eminem, Snoop, and then Travis at the bottom. Probably. Popular older music. Let's see. Whitney Houston. 3. David Bowie at 2. Ray Charles 1. Marvin Gaye 4. I don't even know. I'm alright with that. I don't have strong opinions now. That list turned out. What the heck? Food. Fast food, let's get it. Subway. Trash tier, but there could be worse on this list. Wait, location. We're gonna go 4. KFC. Now here's the thing, American KFC, trash. Australian KFC here, KFC's actually pretty good here. I'm gonna go 3. Wendy's, that's a solid 2 for me. McDonald's is a fine 1, and yo, I'm alright with this list. I'd probably put Domino's at 3, and then KFC 4, Subway 5, but I'm alright with this list. Let's go US. Pizza Hut 4 seems okay. But now we got Subway, we have to go 5 with it. Five Guys is a strong 2 here. And that's only because we got Shake Shack at 1. I'm good with this list. I'm solid on this list. What else we got? What else we got? Foods, ice cream flavors, snacks, alcoholic drinks. I don't. Foods, alright, let's go foods. Shawarma. A solid 3. Sausage. Probably a 2. This is brutal. This is brutal. Alright, give me another one. They hit me with tacos out the gate. They hit me with tacos out of the gate. That is so rude. There's only like a couple of things I'd put above tacos. Burritos I like better than tacos. Pizza I like better than tacos. Man, I have to go tacos on 1. And they gave me nachos. Okay, at 2. Alright, sausage seems like a 4 here. Ice cream. I'm not a big ice cream guy. Like, I'm fine with it from time to time, but like, it is not a dessert of choice for me. I'm gonna go 5. Okay, this is actually the order I would go in. That was brutal getting tacos first, bro. That was brutal. What else we got? Accents, memes, cars, animals, superpowers, social media apps. Vacation, destination. Okay, let's do alcoholic. I don't drink much anymore, but pina coladas are literally my favorite alcoholic drink. So that's an easy 1. I don't like margaritas because I don't like tequila. So I can go 5. Vodka cranberry, that's an easy 3. Rum, easy 2. Perfect list. This is exactly the order I'd put these in. No comments. Last one. Vacation destinations, Singapore. So we're gonna do this like the order of how much I'd like to go to this place. Singapore, I'd kinda like to go there. I don't have super strong feelings either way. I can go 3. Vietnam. I'd probably want to go to Singapore before Vietnam, so I can go 4 here. Argentina, that's a 5 for me. Canada. Now I've already been to Canada, so it's not really top of my list anymore. I'd probably put it at 4 here and scoot up Singapore and Vietnam, but I'll go 2. Croatia at 1. That's wild. Let's run this again. Japan, easy number 1. Favorite place I've ever been in the entire world. Costa Rica. I would like to go to Costa Rica someday. It seems like a very beautiful place, but it's one of those places like if I'm on my deathbed and I never end up going there, I'm not going to regret it, so I can go 4. Italy, I'll put Italy 3. Mexico 2. This is the order I'd put these countries in. This is like the perfect list for me. The average rank of Japan is 2. Who's putting Japan at 2 instead of 1? Let's do it again. Lebanon. Now we're getting probably 4. Italy. Let's go 2 on this list. This one's gonna get wild. South Africa. Let's go 3. Costa Rica. 5, I guess, and then Iceland. Swap Costa Rica and South Africa here, I suppose, but I'm not mad about this. Alright, guys. Well, that was blind ranking all sorts of different things. I do hope you enjoyed it. It was just a fun little video for me to do. I really did find it quite fun to do, but I hope you liked it as well. If you did, please leave a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel for more content just like this almost every single day.
Till next time, guys.